First and foremost, it's about understanding that in quantum mechanics, it always begins with intention and it always begins with clear desire. So becoming really clear on the person that you are desiring to quote unquote fill the spot.
Welcome to Wealth Embodied. Together, along with some amazing guests, we'll explore and tap into our innate abundance and have meaningful conversations about developing our ability to embody the vibration of wealth while also uncovering new ways to think, feel, and cultivate our relationship with money so we can live our lives wealthy and aligned. Let's welcome our host, Alara Sage.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wealth Embodied, where we activate and inspire you in your wealth consciousness, your creative genius, and your visionary impact. I'm your host, Alara Sage, and I help visionary leaders and entrepreneurs take business barriers and transform them into wealth breakthroughs. And today I want to talk about something that isn't spoken about a lot and really excites me, and that's the hiring process and the energetics behind the hiring process. Most of the time, when companies go to hire people, they have their skills and the expertise, the job description. These are the things that are set up to attract the employees that they want to attract. But how often are employees either hired and it doesn't really work out and they're fired, or they're hired and it doesn't really work out and the employees leave, and or just a lot of time and energy is put into the actual hiring process, right? Even the interview process, maybe quite a bit of candidates are coming on and you know what, it's just not really aligning. There's a lot of different ways we can go about really simplifying this whole process and energetically aligning a business to the employees that you want to bring through. So what this really does is, for one, it cuts out a lot of the frustration associated with the hiring process. It saves an immense amount of time and money, right? The time spent hiring and the money spent hiring, as well as the time and money spent bringing somebody on board, onboarding them, training them, etc. Again, everything is energy. Everything in the universe is energy. And sometimes we think of certain things as being energy, but we don't equate it to literally everything. So if you think and you consider the process of hiring employees as an energetic process, then we really get to bring quantum mechanics into this conversation. And this is where it gets really good. This is where you can really streamline this and ultimately not only reduce the amount of hiring and letting go, firing maybe that you have, but also really bring through that top talent. Those people that are the genius that is going to fit into your business in this beautiful puzzle. So the first thing is understanding, it's a vibe. We talk about soul tribes and vibes when we speak to friends, right? Our friends group and sometimes partners as well, right? Like this, you just had this vibe with somebody, maybe with regards to a friend, there was somebody you met and it was just that instant connection, right? There was never really a need to figure out who you were. You just felt like you already knew each other. And those friendships that you can go 6 months, a year without ever speaking. And the minute that you're connected, it's like there was never any time lost. That vibe, that resonance between two people, you can also have it in a partnership, an intimate partnership, and we can have it in a group of friends, right? So why are employees and businesses kind of outside of that? Why are we not applying what we understand about our friends group and our intimate partners to hiring employees? Now, obviously, there are some differences, right? However, we can still ensure the resonance with a potential employee with our business and the resonance with our team, right? And particularly maybe the team that employee would be working with, because not everybody jives. Now, a great question that just came through is, does everybody need to jive in a business, right? It is a professional environment. And so does everybody really need to really connect on a deep level? Or can people, be just as productive and just as effective on a much more superficial, professional relationship? And the answer that wants to come through to that is sure. Yes. And if you're really wanting to build a team that is dynamic amongst itself, a team where each member is amplifying the genius, the power of the other team members, right? And vice versa, then this is what you're seeking. If you want teams that function more flawlessly, where there's less drama, less issue, less complication, even less miscommunication, then this is what you want. So yeah, can you do it the way that it's been done? Who knows? Hundreds of years? I don't even know. Of course you can, right? Do you want to keep doing that way? That's really a question for you. I mean, if you want to keep doing that way, then by all means do that. However, if you are at this point of frustration and you're seeking more coherence within your business, then this is what you really want to consider. So how do we go about doing this, right? First and foremost, it's about understanding that in quantum mechanics, it always begins with intention, and it always begins with clear desire. So becoming really clear on the person that you are desiring to, quote unquote, fill the spot, right? But we're not just talking skills and expertise. We are talking their personality. We are talking what kind of person is going to fit in with the team. Is that going to be somebody easygoing? Is that going to be somebody really kind of more rigid and more fast-paced? What is that? What are those deeper qualities, those deeper characteristics and personality traits that are going to complete that team? So we do this when we're seeking intimate partners, right? If you were to seek an intimate partner, you may say that you want that person to be financially stable and have a good job and maybe a house, right? But the majority of the traits that we would write down when we're seeking an intimate partner would be like funny and, well, good looking, right? Not that we would do that for the business, but I just had to throw that out there. Somebody who is grounded, some has the same values that you do. So it's deeper. It's deeper than just what they're ticking off on a piece of paper. That's the first step. What are those deeper traits? And if you really spend a little bit of time with this, and you could absolutely have fun with this. I mean, you could actually create a really beautiful session with your team. What are we looking for, guys? Let's do this together, right? Let's make that avatar of the person that we're seeking. And we know this in business. We do this all the time in business, right? We create ideal clients. Well, why wouldn't you create an ideal employee on a deeper, resonant level? So you can do it with the team. You can really sit down and cultivate what this looks like, starting with that clear desire and intention. And then every single part of the process really wants to be held within that primary desire and intention. So when you're looking through the applications, right, you're really feeling, is that person in resonance, which you can do just through their information. It can take practice, but I can absolutely help you with this. I can do this where if I have somebody's name and their information, I can tap into their energy. Are they in resonance to what you are creating here? Are they in alignment? Now you are picking from the applications on a much deeper level than if they just click all of the boxes, right? And then same with the interview. It's more than just the conversations. Are they answering the questions right? Do they feel like an energetic fit? What is your gut saying? What is your intuition saying here with regards to this candidate? Maybe they don't click all the boxes, but you're getting a really strong intuitive hit that this person actually fits really well energetically within the team. Sometimes that's better, right? To bring in and train a little bit more, but somebody that's going to really resonate with the team than somebody that has all the boxes. But as soon as they get in, it's just not a fit, and you start the process all over again. So it's about understanding quantum mechanics, that the desire and connecting to that desire already starts to inform the field, okay, the energetic field. Now you can start to attract those employees because you have clearly informed the field. And then through that process of the application and the interview, it's those final tweakings energetically to ensure that that candidate does actually resonate with your business and with your team. So can you take it deeper? Can you take this process deeper? It will radically transform your business. I mean, it will save you so much time and energy. And outside of like all of that it saves, right? The environment that it will create is much more creative, aligned, energetic, vibrant, alive. This is where businesses really grow when they have these teams that are working together. Another example that comes through right now is a football team. You know, you can have the greatest players together, but you put them in a team and it doesn't always mean that they're going to be the greatest team. They have to jive. They have to just seamlessly work together. And sometimes it doesn't work. That's why they get traded, not because they're bad, but because they didn't jive with the team. Even my hometown here, well, not hometown, I'm not from Colorado, but I live in Colorado right now. You know, we had a year where we brought a quarterback in from the Seattle Seahawks, and great quarterback, did not work. It just didn't jive, and he got traded. And then he went on and had a great year after that, right? So it's just such a great example of when you have those teams, those football teams where everything is working and the communication and the flow and the resonance of the players are in coherence, what happens? They win. So if you want your business to win, this is something to truly consider and perhaps take deeper. So I can absolutely support you on this process, or, you can do this yourself. You just have to be more aware, more intentional, and in each part of the process, really tuning in to the process, not just letting things, go because they're, again, clicking off the boxes and they on paper look good. You have to slow down the process a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, to give the spaciousness, to tune in along the way and ensure that there's a resonance in each step of the process. But it will really pay off in both time, money, and what happens to your business when you bring in a puzzle piece into your team, a puzzle piece that fits and it all snaps together. And now you've created a beautiful image. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If this excites you, if this confuses you, you can always email me info@alarasage.com. And as I mentioned, I'm always happy to help you with this. In just one session, we can really dial this kind of information in and really help you have an actual plan on how to move forward. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has brought you a deeper perspective on this process and hopefully opened your eyes. Maybe you had never considered these aspects and the quantum mechanics that can be used in the hiring of your next employee. As always, I appreciate you so much as my audience. Until next time, much love.
Thank you for being a part of Wealth Embodied. As you experience each new day, we want you to feel that you are capable of tapping into your innate abundance and living your life wealthy and aligned. If you want to be invited to the next episode, just subscribe to our podcast. And if you need more information in the meantime, go to alarasage.com.